Hello, my lovely ones. I'm Sheila Maria, and welcome to today's video, which is called the Halloween Psychic Boost. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be sharing with you how to boost your abilities during the Halloween period. So we are talking about the period between October the 30th through to November the 5th. This is when the veil is the thinnest, and putting down some really strong psychic roots in this time will assist you in not only navigating your personal challenges, but also to strengthen your psychic abilities to assist others where and when you can. So the biggest question you're probably going to ask is why? Why would I want to do this? So we suggest when your senses are sharp and you are aware of more, you are able to prioritize more clearly, and you're able to sense where you're being called to expand and where you're being called to withdraw. It makes everything easier. You can also help other people stay on their path and not waste time. So the way that you do this is less about staring into a crystal ball, although I've got mine here, and more about tuning into the soul. As a psychic mentor, one of the things that I teach people that want to be psychic is that you have a responsibility these days to be more than just someone who sees what's coming. And that's because we are all here to awaken, and they will only advance your psychic abilities when you are growing as a soul. So the old days of just looking into a crystal ball and being able to see the future, there are very, very few people that can do that with any accuracy now, because the power to create the future is firmly in the individual's hands. So I always teach people, if you want to be more psychic, you need to be growing as a soul. So for your psychic ability to get stronger, you really need to tune into your soul and listen to the tone of your soul path for the next 6 months. And the way that we describe the tone of your path, it's the path that is wanted by the real you, who is not trying to stay afloat and is not trying to people please and is not scared. So how do you know what the tone of your soul is? So the best way to describe the tone of your soul path is that this is the perspective you really have about your life right now. For example, this version of you may think that your priority is to have super psychic abilities to help, your friends, and to earn more money, and perhaps to take care of other people. Whereas your soul may actually want you to drop the expectations you have on outward psychic results and to connect deeper to your truth and to be aware of the false identities that are preventing you earning more money, that are preventing you from having those super duper psychic abilities, and that are preventing you from helping others. So, for example, the needs of the inner child who wants to be psychic because she wants more attention, or the needs of the inner healer who wants to be more psychic so they receive and can give more affection. Most of us right now are being called for action, and even the most spiritual of us feel that this is a call to service the world and her people. So who am I here to help? How am I here to help? But if you listen to your soul, and this is coming from somebody that has done this for a long time, you will hear that even though, we are being called to help people, that can also be about the ego, the need to feel of use or important in some way. What your soul is often truly yearning for is a new way to express herself with integrity outside the needs and the wants of others and the ego as well. So it might be that, you know, you have dreams of being a powerful healer and healing many, many people. Your soul may have no need of that because you know that you're a healer, and your soul may want you to be in a relationship that is far more loving for you than the one that robs you of your self-worth, because your soul knows if you were in a relationship where you were truly honored, your ability to heal others would increase exponentially because you've taken that step. But often the mind will want to heal the world because it's easier than dealing with where you are. So it's only when we're being true to our soul more and more that our psychic abilities will strengthen for good. So we've got some advice here for you. This Halloween, if you are wanting to see more clearly, we recommend tuning in to your soul and see what needs to shift or what needs to be dropped. And this awareness will automatically remove energy veils over your third eye. Therefore, it will strengthen your immediate seeing abilities. This Halloween, if you are wanting to hear your guides more clearly, sit and tune into them as a group, unstressed, unpressured, and ask them about any area in your life, what you really need to know and consider moving forward. This will actively open the sensors in your temples, in your astral body and your soul body to receive information that you have otherwise blocked so far. And you have got sensors to sense your guides' messages in at least 3 membranes of your aura. So this Halloween, if you're wanting to connect to deceased people, spirit people, set an intention to see and know and feel and sense those that have something of value to give. And we would also recommend, highly recommend, setting a safe space in order to meditate and sense their energy. What you're really looking for here is not a telepathic connection, which, although that is mediumship, it's not what you're really wanting because it will be very, very faint. You're really wanting to have that spirit person within your aura. And this is why you must only do this with the spirit of somebody that you knew when they were alive and you trust them implicitly. So don't go inviting the spirit of a famous person, because you'll probably get an astral being masquerading as a famous person. And any beings that are not who they say they are can be very convincing, and days later your psychic abilities get destroyed and your life starts falling apart. So set a safe space, protect yourself, only invite the spirit in of somebody that you knew well and trusted when you were alive. So for me, that would be my mum, okay, because I know her. And make sure that you invite them into your aura, but your aura must be fully protected, okay? If you are not fully protected and you're just issuing a seance-like invitation where you're saying, are there any people that would like to speak to me? You are basically offering the roaming astral souls an invitation into your aura, and they feed off fear and doubt. There is a very good reason they're on the astral plane, and that's because they've chosen at some level not to cross to the light. So this is where people dabbling in psychic abilities, they get more than they bargain for. Electrical items start going wrong. They start having arguments with spouses. There can be accidents around children. I kid you not, I see some horrific things. So if you're going to work with the world of spirit this Halloween, make sure it is the spirit of someone that you know or believe has crossed to the light, and you know and you trusted the person when they were on earth. okay? And that way you'll be nice and safe. Whatever you're doing, always act with integrity. There's nothing wrong with having fun and wanting to see the future. But if you are going to see the future and you see something you don't want to see, you've got to have the awareness that it is your responsibility, because you asked to see it, what you do about that thing. Now, I'm not somebody that would ever predict anything bad. But when I've asked to see the future, I've seen when people are going to die, loved ones. I've seen when people are going to be ill. I have seen when people have split up. And, you know, I would never ask to see those things, and I would never tell anybody those things, because I know I have a responsibility to allow their free will to govern. So if you want to see the future, please make sure that you're not jumping in deeper and faster than you can cope with. There are a lot of astral entities out there that if your aura is not secure, they will show you things that are never going to happen and cause you great fear. And the minute you're scared, they get stronger. So if you are wanting to see the future, limit this to your own future. We would recommend meditating on All Hallows Eve, asking a guide of the light to meet you somewhere safe to you. So what I do is I always imagine meeting my guide Orion in my garden. Ask them to take your timeline forward over no more than a year, and ask them to show you the points of priority. So you will need to stay in a neutral, non-questioning state and just observe the visions that you are shown. And points of priority are usually times when you're going to have to act, times when you can act, or times when changes will happen. So whatever it is that you're doing this Halloween, have fun. But as they say with fireworks night, be careful. And if you want any help knowing what is coming, I am now offering my 2022 psychic video 12-month forecasts. They are just £88, and you will receive those via video link, and you will also get a personal abundance clearing as well. And you can just go to my website and order the £88 session, and then message me and say to me it's the 2022 forecast that you are wanting. If you have enjoyed this, my lovely ones, please would you like, share and subscribe. And for now, this is Sheila Maria signing off and wishing you a spooky Samhain. Lots of love. Bye for now.